all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and it's the week now just before Christmas, and it's Monday, so it's Ecto Monday today, guys, and we're going to do stage issue 53 of Build the Ecto-1, and we have got quite a bit to do today in this issue. A lot of bits to screw in, but we are going to be making something. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pronounce the name properly when I get to the build, but yeah, I'll do my best. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Right, so today in stage or issue 53, we're going to be doing the simulation switch control panel and oscilloscope. I think that's what it says. So yeah, a little bit confusing, but we need to start with these two pieces here. And these are the analog digital simulation switch panel base. Okay, so we need to slot this into here. It can only go in one way, and it just slots in there just like that, and then it wants us to screw that together with EP screws. So we'll get 2 EP screws. So today's list of screws is EP, GP, IP and KP. So let's screw that down. I did have a few difficulties with this earlier, and the reason for that is I got it in but I couldn't get it back out again, because I inspect all the parts and put them in order, how they're going to be used and everything. I test fitted this and I couldn't get the thing back out. But I managed to in the end, so all is well. So we'll get this last screw into place, and just like that, that's done. Right, the next bit we need to move on to is we need to put these brackets in place. Now I'm just looking at how these are done. I believe they can only go in one way, but I need to make sure I get it the right way around. So I believe it's this way around, and these brackets are going in down here, and they need to be secured in with KP screws. Now we're going to need 4. Let's get first one in. Might be a little bit tricky this, because it's got to sit. You've got to sort of get it in place and then screw it down. I believe I've got that in place. Okay, that's in place, and we just need to do the other one on this side here. So again, try and get it in place. Like I said, it's a little bit tricky, but once you've more or less lined it up, so you can tell that these bits are metal, because as you just saw there, it wanted to stick to my screwdriver. Right, maybe a little bit more on that. Not totally happy with the way that's gone. Ah, that's a lot better. It's not running free. Okay, so the next bit is this bit here, and these are 2 longer brackets, and they again want to be screwed in with KP screws. This might not be as fiddly as the first 2. Right, I've got that one in place. Let me get that screwed down into position, and you can just see it there like that. Right, so we've put the other one on. I think it's going to be one of them weeks this week before I take my Christmas break, as the issues I think are going to be a little bit testing, but oh well, it is what it is. Okay, so they're now in place, and we need to put that to one side. We need to turn the page of the magazine over, and the next bit we need is this big chunky piece here, and this is building the oscilloscope. And we've got these 2 parts here, and we're just going to be simply putting them on the model. They are identical, so don't worry about that. they do have a location tab. Okay, that's in place, and these need to be screwed in with some GP screws. So I'm going to need 4 GP screws. Now these screws are tiny, so I'll have to switch to the PH00 screwdriver. Get that one in place. That's the first one in. This is the second. Now I think they could have done this a little bit better. Maybe these being a push fit, then having 2 black screws, or we could have had silver screws, in my opinion. But yeah, I just think they could have thought about this one a bit more, and having the screws showing and really boldly showing as well. I mean, if we had white screws for the vents in issue 1, then I don't understand why we didn't. They haven't rethought this. I might touch them up with some silver paint at some point. Right, so the next bit to do is we've got this bit here, a bit like a wavy line thing really. I don't think it matters which way it goes around, but that's going to sit in there, and then we need to come in from behind with some EP screws. So this is going to be a little bit testing, because we're coming in at an angle. And I'm just wondering where them right, okay. I was just wondering where the screw sockets were, because it doesn't actually show you in the magazine where they are. So we'll get that bit in, and we'll get the second screw in. Not too bad actually going in these screws. So we'll get the next one in. And that's in place. Okay. Now, I'm just going to maybe have to stop recording because... didn't see them. The next parts, I couldn't see, but they're actually in the packaging. Very unlike me to do that. Oh. Right, and these just want to be slotted in. They're like little handles. That's the first one in. Tell you the truth, I did not know that the Ecto-1 had this much machinery in the back of it. But yeah. Right, so if we turn that round in that orientation, the next bit we need to do is we've got this bit here, and we need to slot this down into the bottom. So that's not down fully yet. We need to make sure it's lined up perfectly. Right, that bit's in, and then we're just going to flip it round, and we're going to put this bit in. I'm just looking at the magazine just to check the orientation. Make sure it's right. Right, that's in place. And then turn it round in this way, and we need to put this bit in on top like that, and then we need to secure that in with some IP screws. So let's get some IP screws in. That's the first one. Let's get started on the second one. That's the second. Another one here. That's the third. And this is the fourth. Right, so we need to bring this bit back across that we first made in this issue, and this is going to be attaching onto this more or less like that, by the looks of it, but that needs to be secured in with KP screws, these tiny ones. Just check, yeah, I can use that screwdriver. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the two smaller tabs in first. That's that first one in. That's the second one going in. Then we'll lift this bit up and get the other two in. So it's basically sitting like an angle, at an angle to the model. That one in. And get the last one at the other side. And that's in place. And that is what we've made in this issue, issue 53. Quite impressive, really. Let it focus. So yeah, but I'm just not too happy with them really big, black, ugly screws. I think they probably need a touch up with some silver paint, because I do think they look a little bit unsightly, but they might grow on me, you never know. So yeah, that's it for Ecto Monday, issue 53. Well, that's it for Ecto Monday, everybody. Thanks for tuning in today. So now basically Ecto-1 will not be back now until the new year, unfortunately, because yeah, I am taking that break over Christmas, but I will be improving a lot of things in this room over the Christmas period, so please look at that. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. So if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified of any future videos. But guys, stay safe and bye for now. I'd just like to give a shout out to all my patrons that help and support the channel. Please check out their channels on YouTube as well, and thank you very much for watching.